All right. Oh, let's get the audio going. All right, everyone. Hopefully, y'all can hear me well. I saw some people leave comments saying in the last video that there was kind of like a, not an echo, but like a weird pinging noise at the end. So please feel free to let me know if you guys do notice any of that. But thank you guys all so much for stopping by. As always, my name is Eli with Pokémon USA. So I post content Monday, Wednesday, Friday for you guys to watch pre-recorded, and then Tuesday, Thursday is kind of our Q&A session. So you can ask questions about literally anything and everything. So hopefully we're going to have a good session. Looks like we're having a couple of people in here now, but slowly we'll probably get some more here. Eddie Bassa, thanks for stopping by. And then John Boy. Anyone peeped the new graffiti mon? I have not seen the graffiti mon, so we can always take a look at that. But here, let me pull this up right now. Graffiti Pokemon. Let's take a look at it. So it is a graffiti Pokemon. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, no clue about it. Sounds curious, to say the least. It's a graffiti Pokemon. Smearg will be like, am I a joke to you? Seriously, Tim. That's so funny. Huh, I don't know. Quite interesting. I mean, it's a graffiti Pokemon, so I don't know, man. There's designs for certain Pokemon you wouldn't think would be good, and then they're, you know, great, and then vice versa. Check the official Pokemon YouTube channel. Oh, well, it looks like I just found the link to it. Oh, the new trailer just dropped? So is this it then? Jigglypuff is the OG graffiti Pokemon tag and all over sleeping faces.
Collecting and recording photos of these mysterious battles. I wanted to find out more
okay.
And observe the creature who draws them. It's called Graphii. So I ventured deep into the forest in search of some existing markings. I heard there's a chance that a Graphii...
Man, such a reveal for one Pokemon. I mean, is it supposed to be a pseudo-legendary? Is that why it's such a big reveal, or...?
I used a camera that works great in low light.
Like, it's a 2-minute trailer for one Pokemon.
On the trees beautifully. Right, intro over. Let's get to some footage, shall we? So,
like, they're really trying to hype this up.
Comes into frame. You see
a disputer.
A sweet scent coming from the marking. This pattern also acts as a trap for other Pokemon. Look, we caught a bit of its eye, and there's its tail. Here it is, our Graphii. It's in front of the camera. And we've caught it making a mark. Amazing. Look how focused it is. And the colors of the pattern matches the berries it's eaten. We can clearly see that the color Graphii paints with depends on the Pokemon's diet. And you see here, it's marking over the top of the stripy pattern that was drawn before.
Well, this is quite interesting.
Over another Graphii. Here's where it was startled, which made it stop and disappear. So frustrating.
What?
I couldn't see it anywhere, but it triggered the motion sensor light.
About 16 seconds left in the trailer.
My backup camera.
All right, there it is. There's the reveal. That's what it looks like.
Incredible.
Looks like a monkey of some sort.
Definitely need a new camera though.
Huh. Interesting. I would love to read what people have to say about it in the comments. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like. Okay, but Sputa confirmed? That's funny. That's funny. People are giving it crap. I don't know. It's not like the worst design by any means. It's quite interesting to see. But, Smeargle pre-evolution. Doubt that. Looks like Stitch from Disney. I kind of see it. Kind of. Not like majorly see it, but I highly doubt it's Smeargle's pre-evolution. No shot in the world. That would be such a weird transition from Smeargle to this. So I would highly doubt that, but I don't know. It's not necessarily that I have anything wrong with the Pokemon. Like, it's fine. I guess why you spend all this time doing a reveal for one Pokemon. Like, unless it's like a pseudo-legendary or like a mythical, it doesn't make sense to me. But I don't know, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Eddie says it's kind of goofy looking, a little bit. I would agree with that. It does kind of look goofy, for sure. I don't necessarily think it looks bad by any means. It just looks quite interesting, to say the least. So, but I don't know. What are you gonna do, I guess? What are you going to do? But yeah, and then obviously we got our secret rares for those of you guys that don't know. I think we officially have all of them now. Because we were missing a couple of the full art, Malt Allen, Girna, there they are. So yeah, we got everything officially revealed now. You know, kind of what you were expecting, nothing exciting, but still, I mean, I don't know. Has there been instances where certain cards here? Let's look at let's look at Lost Origin. Has there been instances where we've had cards with Lost Origin in the card list where you saw the first half show certain things when the other didn't? Yeah, mythical has to be the right call. It just doesn't make sense otherwise. Where there's a chance for it to be an altered. It would be under Dark Phantasma. That's what we'd find it under. Because is there a possibility, maybe, if we look at like Dark Phantasma, that there's been card reveals for certain things? Yeah, I don't... Oh. Yeah, I mean, just based on when you're looking at this, I don't think I can say optimistically that we're going to have a Ho-Oh alt-art. But like I said, we could totally see that in the future for the VMAX, or not VMAX, Climax, the V-Star set coming in December, but you know, I could be 100% off base on that. I could be 100% off base, but who knows, really. Who knows, really? I mean, I'm excited, obviously, for Lost Origin, nonetheless, but love to have seen if the Ho-Oh wasn't put in that. Are there still opportunities for Charizard UPC at retail prices? It's a good question. I mean, I would say it's really hard to know right now because they're not available. I mean, we'll know obviously as we get closer to that date. I don't know if GameStop has done any sort of thing. I don't know what other big box retailers have done in relation to their product, but I'd have to imagine eventually there will be. It's just not at the moment, you know. That's just kind of what makes the most sense in my mind. But yeah, I mean, we'll get there. Do you think Silver Tempest will be better than Lost Origin? I mean, honestly, I know it hasn't been even revealed yet for other than the first half, but I think there's a high possibility that it could. Because when you think about Lost Origin as a set, what do you think that is the main appeal here, right? It's very much, you've got your gold cards, you've got your rainbow cards, right? And of what's in this set, you've got Giratina, Suine Zorark, Magnezone, Goodra, Aerodactyl, but if we just take all these golds and rainbows, right, and we just look at the alt arts, it's Giratina, Aerodactyl, Rotom, and then Berserker. Giratina's fine, Aerodactyl, Gorgeous Artisan, Berserker's kind of not the best, and Rotom's like eh. So alt art's not extremely like strong in that regard. Then you go into character rares, and we know that they've got an extremely strong character rare list. However, with, like I said before, what my prediction's going to be, there's more than likely going to be Rayquazas in the character list upcoming. And so for me, that just kind of makes me feel like there's a really good opportunity for it to be an amazing set. But, you know, I could be 100% off base on it. I could be extremely, extremely wrong on it. Because, you know, just because we have a VMAX Rayquaza doesn't mean a V-Star Rayquaza is going to be included in the set, right? So, I mean, think about it, guys. We've got a VMAX Pikachu and a VMAX Mew. But there's not a Pikachu or a Mew card outside of the gold slot and the character rares. So there's no like guarantee that there's a direct correlation. It just would make sense for them to throw it in that way, you know? Kind of take they don't have a Rainbow Ho-Oh for Silver Tempest. That's like one of those cards would make sense. No, 100% agree. I mean, it just is a missed opportunity. And I feel like that's one of my biggest issues that I've had recently with Pokemon, is I feel like I say all too often that it's a missed opportunity. Like, you know, we could have had a Darkrai alternate art not that long ago for Astral. You know, considering the fact that Darkrai is on the Elite Trainer Box artwork and it's an extremely popular card. I mean, there's a huge opportunity, but yeah, no, I couldn't tell you, man. It's definitely really interesting to say the least. What's up, UT Long? Thanks for stopping by, brother. Man, it is a quiet one today. Like, this is probably one of the slowest streams I've ever had. I mean, not even the moderators are here. Like, we got a couple of the usuals. UT Long, John Boy, Jason, obviously, Scratch'em, but man, we're missing Catch'em. We're missing, you know, Pika Pika. We're missing both of our moderators. We are missing a lot of people today, which is quite interesting. I wonder if there was an issue with notifications, or people just don't really care about today's topic. But I don't know. We still have regulars that usually stop by. Hey Eli, do you feel? How do you feel about Shining Fates ETBs in the future? Talking like 10 plus years. Been buying them for a while. Really cheap. I love it. I think it's great. I think it will do extremely well. It's been one of my top pickups for the longest time. You know, especially because the price is still so nice and affordable, but I think, I think that, I think they'll be awesome. I think pickup wise, they're solid. John Feller says, hey, got it on background during work. No, for sure. I appreciate it, man. I just thought it was weird because it says right now we're sitting at 21 viewers, and usually I average like on like a regular day 55 to 60. So I was like, wow, we are going with a third of that. We are having a slow day. So I wonder if there's some sort of issue or just a bad topic. But John Doe, what's up, brother? Thanks for stopping by. Move is going well. It's officially basically wrapped up. I mean, we just need a washer dryer and then an extra AC unit for the at-home office. But other than that, we've pretty much got everything. So, but what's the next product you plan on adding to your site? Ooh, I could potentially add some Lost Origin product to the site. You know, nothing is 100% certain on that. I've been talking with my distributor about potentially buying some of the like Pokemon Go Pokeballs, and then also the pin collections. So that could potentially be it, but absolutely nothing is certain. But I would like to add some more product, especially since we're now finally settled in on the move. Heyo, just got back from Costco, picked up 6 Evo ETBs, 10 Congo, came from there in the Midwest region. Yes, they're at Arizona too. I went shopping at Costco yesterday to buy some groceries, and I stopped by and I found like a large amount of them. Like, I'm talking like a big old, like, I don't know, like a crate's worth. What are they called? A shipping crate, I guess. I don't know. But it was massive. There's a ton. And it was a combo between, so they had an Evolving Skies one and then a Chilling Rain one. But of course, you know, the Evolving Skies one had kind of been picked and poked through. So, but yeah, no, and it's an incredible deal, dude. It's an incredible deal. Like, you know, obviously, if you're not a fan of Chilling Rain, like, you don't have to get it. But thank you, Scratch and Palette. But still, the deal is like, the deal is too good to pass up. I mean, because think about it from like a wholesale perspective, right? You know, ETBs go wholesale, depending upon who your distributor is, around $25, right? So when you say to yourself, you've got ETB you're getting for more or less, let's say $38, you know, not including taxes, and then you get an extra $20 worth of value. Just do the math on that. Take away like $15. You're getting an additional $10 worth of wholesale value. It's almost like you're picking them both up at wholesale. It's almost the best way to think about it. And I absolutely love it for that reason. That's why I think it's such a good deal. When do you think you will release your next wave of mystery packs? They were great. That is a great question, Jason. So here's what I am going to do. I still had, I love how you asked that too. Shout out to Benny Boy. So for those people that are part of our Discord, Benny Boy pulled both a gold and a silver pack out of 3 that he purchased. So, absolute savage. Excited and congratulations to him. But in regards to what I'm more than likely going to do, and so I had obviously mentioned that we're going to do something special for Wave 3, but I still have a couple of actual stacks of the original ones that we've done for like the Wave 1 and Wave 2, the original packaging. So I'll probably use up the rest of those. We've got maybe another like 10 or 20. So I'll probably add on just another 10 or 20. And then for Wave 3, when we get that kind of pushed out with the new designs, I'll make an announcement on it. But I want to make sure that I kind of get rid of some of the older packaging on it and then kind of, you know, push that out. But, you know, it's not something that's currently like heavily in the works just because I've been so busy with life and everything. But it's definitely something that I will make sure to, I'll make sure to keep you guys posted in the loop on, because it's something that I'm definitely excited for. What do you think the playability Lost Origin is? I can see some good cards like the Volo and the Lady Trainer, also the Arc Foam card. Great question as well. I personally haven't looked into the text translations yet on the card, so I couldn't like exactly tell you what the overall cards themselves do or are good for in regards to competitive play, but we can go through and look. Which ones did you see? The the Volo, Lady Trainer, and then also the Arc Phone. So let's go to trainers for now. And let's take a look and see what some of the trainers are. So I want to look at the first one that I see here, Gift Energy. As long as this card is attached, it provides blah blah. The Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an opponent attack. Draw cards until you have 7. That's pretty good, honestly. That's a pretty good play. Volo, discard one of your benched Pokemon V and all cards attached to it. You play only. So it says discard one of your benched V Pokemon. Ooh, that's interesting. I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. Do we know, is there a Pokemon that has transfer abilities of damage counters? Pokemon card that transfers damage counters. Let's take a look on that. I would love to see if there's a card that does that. Huh. I don't know yet. Someone said something about a Gengar. Is there anything any of you guys want to, any of you guys that know any knowledge about it? I think it could be good. I mean, either way, it's going to be a good card, but if you have a Pokemon that you can transfer damage counters on, it's going to be an OP card. Because imagine if, let's say, you have a Pokemon, right, that has an absolute ton of damage, and you can just take one of your other Pokemons that's not kind of set up and just transfer all the damage to that, and then just play Volo, and then it just completely is like a free heal. That's nutty, you know? Toolbox. But at that point, it'd be like a full heal, so I don't know. I don't know. It could be good, but what's the difference, I guess, from a full heal on a Pokemon? Or not a full heal, but like, I mean, do they have any cards at the moment? I know only cards that are in the playable standard format, so I don't know if there are any ones that are played at the moment that allow you to fully heal a Pokemon, discard everything, but to my knowledge, I don't think there is. What is the other one you said, though? You said Lady Trainer and then Arc Phone. Lady Trainer, search your deck for up to 4 basic energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand, and shuffle your deck afterward. That is actually really good. I think that's a solid card. That's a really good, especially if you have like synergy with other cards that allow you to quick add. And then Arc Phone, look at the top card of your deck, then return it to the top of your deck. You may choose one of your face down prize cards and switch it with the top card of your deck. I don't think Arc Phone's that good. I could be 100% off base with that. But it says look at the top card of your deck, then return it to the top of your deck. So you get one option here. Like, you get one option, and then it says you may choose one of your face down prize cards. So it doesn't say that you can visibly see your face down prize cards, so it doesn't give you that kind of ability to see your prize cards. So I don't think there's anything special about it. But we can go through and read some of this later, but let me get some of the other comments. How is your playthrough, Nick P says, on Heart Gold? It's been a while. I haven't played it recently, so I definitely will get caught up on it soon. But Daniel Miles says, are the spreadsheets you plan to make available to Patreon still in progress? Yes, they are still in progress, Daniel. We've made a good amount of progress on it, thanks to as well with the help of John Boy on it. So I don't have an exact date. However, I can tell you that I actually do have a meeting today at 2 o'clock to meet with some other individuals in regards to helping the progression of that. So it is still something we plan on working on. Just picked up a couple of EV Hero boxes, 135, 450 pack. Getting it last reprint looks like it is. Wow. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. John Feller says, "Hey Eli, how many Sword and Shield UPCs did you get allocated? Do you know how big the print run is compared to Celebrations?" So my Celebrations allocations were 8, and then my UPC for the Charizard was 32. So I got 4 times the amount of boxes allocated than I did the last time around. So the allocation numbers are looking way heftier this time around. So that's why, like, with it already being in the $200 price range and it having 4 times the amount of allocated quantity, at least from my perspective, it just makes sense to me that I'm like, this is probably going to be a card that's going to tank quite a bit. Or not a card, sorry, but a box that's not going to hold up the extreme value as much as it is. Despite recession talks, do you think Pokemon will perform strong during the holiday season? John Doe, Friday's video. I'm going to talk a lot about that on an in-depth on Friday, but without kind of spoiling it, Friday's video is going to be kind of talking about my, title's going to be something like #1 strategy for Pokemon to finish off the year. And basically it's going to be talking about how, holiday seasons are the season of Pokemon. And especially once you're going into the winter time, when there's not as much things to do outside, people will be locked up. And what are they going to start doing again? They're going to start collecting Pokemon. And the thing is, regardless of the fact of the matter, if Pokemon as a whole is extremely bullish or not, because we are going in a recessionary period, Pokemon is more or less in a bearish market or cycle, you're still going to see prices on cards that are going to adjust to the market. And so for me, you're going to see a ton of opportunity. I mean, guys, the fact of the matter that Costco right now, check your Costco's, has Evolving Skies ETBs for $38, and it's a combo that comes with tins too, like a free tin. That's crazy good deal that I would totally pick up on. And I think that my season is Black Friday is going to have a ton of deals, and they're going to have a ton of deals too. Not to mention as well, when you talk about it from what we saw last year, the Pokemon Company loves to reprint everything all at once. I talked about this obviously on Tuesday, so I think there's a high possibility that we could see a ton of reprints and prices are going to correct. So, and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I would argue that it's a good thing because they're trying to set up for competitive play now more than ever. So prices on product being cheaper is going to be a huge benefit. But yeah, I'm excited. I think this holiday is going to be a great holiday season. I'll be giving the Halloween cards away to try and keep the hype alive. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I need to actually go and purchase some. So my whole thing is I'm gonna, this will be my first ever year actually doing Halloween by myself since I've been living with my parents. And so I'm going to really focus in on trying to get some of those and letting people know that I'm the Pokemon kid in my local neighborhood. I think that'll be really cool. So, are they on the site now? What would they be under? New releases, maybe? I have no clue. What if I'll probably just look up Halloween. Because I know they said the release was going to be on the 1st of September, and that's where we are now. So, I gotta imagine they're available, but I could be wrong. Was it the 2nd, maybe? Am I dumb? But where was I? Yes, we were also looking at and having a conversation. I saw them at Target today. Oh, interesting. I'll have to check out my local Targets because I want to buy so many of them to give out to the kids. I'm so excited about it. That's the thing, man, is I like it because it's specifically an item that, I guess scalpers hypothetically could get it, but are you really that interested in Pokemon packs that have garbage Pokemon pulls in them? The appeal is more or less that it's special and it's for the kids, so I think it'll be cool. Crazy, we're getting pre-orders on 2 new sets at the same time, Pokemon public product for the holidays. That's exactly what we're going to see here, man. Obviously we've got our pre-orders right now for Lost Origin. I haven't seen any pre-orders, however, for, I guess UPC. But you did say 2 new sets, so I wouldn't say it's a new set, it's a product. because I haven't seen the Silver Tempest, but it is crazy to think about that we're already talking about Silver Tempest before Lost Origin has been revealed. That is kind of weird to think about. But the fact that this card says they don't have a rule box really makes me sad, but also at the same exact, because it says search your deck for up to 3 evolution Pokemon that don't have a rule box, reveal them, put them in your hand, and shuffle your deck afterwards. That, I mean, it's basically trying to limit any sort of V-Star cards, I feel like, that have rule box conditions. I think that this could actually be an extremely good card, competitively speaking. I could be off base with that, but I feel pretty good about that being a potentially good card. Another interesting one, a Box of Disasters that attach a Pokemon tool to one of your Pokemon that doesn't already have a Pokemon tool attached to it. If the Pokemon this card is attached to had full health and is knocked out by damage, an opponent's attack but 8. Nothing crazy. Course Experiment, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, put 3 of them into your hand and put the remaining cards in the Lost Zone. Ooh, wow, that's an interesting card. So it's basically a draw 3 with 2 flexibility. I mean, draw 3 is not competitively viable right now in the set. It's too slow. But, I mean, that could give you flexibility. I don't know how much. Move the 2 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to another Pokemon anywhere you may play as many item cards you like to return, obviously. I mean, this is kind of crap unless there's some sort of combo that allows you to play it infinitely, which there's not. You can play this card if you have 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone during your opponent's next turn. Your Pokemon take unless. Yeah. Wow, this idea at first seemed really cool until it said that all it does is that they take 120 less damage. I mean, that could be really cool. That could be really cool. Those Charizard UPCs sold really quick, didn't they? 2 minutes, man. It took 2 minutes for all of them to sell. That's crazy. STBBs, Silver Tempest BTs, and ETBs have been available online recently. 32 for the ETBs, 115 for the booster boxes. Where are you finding those for that price? I think that's a solid... I mean, I could be off base. We don't know what's in the set, but I think that could potentially be a solid price for the pickup. That could potentially be a solid price, I would say. But I don't know, man. I mean, I would like to believe it's going to be a high demand set, but is it going to be a Brilliant Star type high demand set? You know, is it going to be a Evolving Skies? Only time will tell. I highly doubt it's going to be an Evolving Skies like set, because Evolving Skies is unique in the way in which it's very much so. It has so many alt arts, and they're really pushing right now minimizing alt arts, and that's why I think it's going to be really hard to live up to that, because alt arts are so heavily valued in a set and compared to character rares. Like, character rares are cool and all, but people care so much more about the alt arts than the character rares. You can check 1 minute. Yeah, let me know. I'd love to know. I would love to know. I mean, I definitely think there's some cards in here that are competitively viable, though. Just my thought. Pokemon with water or fire energy, them take 20 less damage from the opponent's attacks. Nothing crazy. When a Pokemon is knocked out, put it in the Lost Zone instead of discarding it. All stem stays in play. When you play it, discard it. Lost Vacuum. Interesting. I know I'm probably losing people on the whole playability of it, but I don't know. I think it's cool to kind of take a look at. That's one of the other things I do want to really start emphasizing on. I feel like it would be cool if, for video content, we would have a wide array of content that we would post. I'd absolutely love it if I would start posting content for not only just, you know, investability strategies and opening stuff, but also would love to be able to do product like competitive videos and stuff like that. I think it'd be really cool. Safari Zone sold out today. Has ST booster box cases for 520. Interesting. Divided by 6. So that's wholesale. Obviously, I know they make you pay shipping, so that's interesting to see. Wow, that's an interesting one. Yeah, playable cards is at the money is at. And that's the thing, Spencer, is I think it'd be really cool to do a section. I know it'll probably be section of videos, but I would love to do videos where we talk about the best potential value cards. And it'd be a video that's going to be based around the investability aspect of competitive. And then it's also going to be just for competitive players that care to be like, this card could be good and here's why, you know? But I agree, man. I mean, the money for competitive cards, that's the thing. I mean, especially if you... I understand that there's a lot of people that are like, I just want to buy product and kind of just sit on it. I'm not here for like that's a large portion of my audience. But I do think there is a portion of the audience that does actually genuinely care about, hey, what if I like... For example, let's say, what if I wanted to just make some money on the side, not doing a long-term hold? So I think that'd be a good kind of video series to make. Wolfie K says, do you know if distributors are holding Rebel Clash ETBs? They are not currently. Like I said, obviously in one of my other videos, it's entirely a possibility that we could see Rebel Clash in the future, because we do know now that rotation for Pokemon D is not going to be pushed out until early in the next year. But as far as it goes right now, nothing on my distributor site. So, I mean, most of the time distributors only have the most newest up-to-date product, and any old product they have is just out-of-demand product. Yeah, I mean, Brilliant Stars, or not Brilliant Stars, Astral Radiance has a ton of really good competitive cards where there's value in it. I mean, if we're just talking about, you know, uncommon commons. Yeah, me on 1.5 speed. I'm not even talking fast, too. There'll be times where I'll talk without taking a breath. I mean, 65 cents ain't bad, 26 cents, 19, 14, nothing crazy there. I think the real crazy part is just the holo rares. There's some value in some of these holo rare cards, specifically the drumroll, specifically the Irida. $5 card, absolutely nutty. Be interested to see if they just have any for the rares, however. Wonder if there's some value in that. Oh, there's not. That is the answer. Want to buy one for the Sword Kill? Oh yeah. No, I wish I could help you on that, man. Like with going back to EX where Candy could see a lot of play. Yes, I 100% agree with that. That could definitely change things drastically. I wonder how much they're going to change it by slowing up the meta potentially. I gotta imagine there is a possibility that it could slow down the meta depending upon what the EX mechanic looks like. The question is EX going to be basic or not? That's really it. Do you think they could bring back any EX cards from sets from the past? I mean, no, not really. I guess my question is, what do you necessarily mean by that? Like, bring EX card sets from the past. Are you talking about, like, remake EX cards? I don't necessarily see them doing that. It wouldn't make sense. But, I mean, you've got, you know, like, we already saw there's going to be a Lucario EX in the trailer, and there's already been a Lucario EX before, so, but it's nothing like, oh, super exciting, you know? So there'll be cards before that were EXs that are now going to be EXs, but they'll just have different designs, obviously. But they'll have EX next to them, so take however you want to take that. John Doe says, currently Game Nerds has ETBs for $29.99. Tallgrass says LO and ST sleeves for... Dang, there you go, man. There you go. People are already putting up for cheap, and we don't even know what it's gonna look like as a set. Nerd says ST booster boxes for $99.97. That's crazy that people are already getting their numbers for that. That is so early. I mean, for a set that isn't supposed to come out till November, that is actually crazy to me. Also, make sure, guys, to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. It helps the algorithm. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say, man. It really is tough to say, like, what, like, just what is going to be, I guess, the future of what EX cards are going to design like, because you know there's going to be some sort of Terra, you know, ability typing card, something that's going to be in play with that. I'm hoping for some Gold Star cards. Yeah, good luck on that one. I think people, you know, it's funny because people hear that they're bringing back, EX cards, and everyone immediately thinks the EX cards from like the Gold Star era. Which, I mean, if they do that, that would be sweet. Whoopsie, I am kicking my camera. Didn't mean to do that. That'd be sweet if they did something like that. But more realistically, in my mind, it just would make more sense that when we talk about EX cards, it's more focused on EX cards that are from like the XY era. Because based off of the image designs for what we have seen, I mean, let's just take a look at the EX cards, right? Where were the reveals? I mean, just look at the designs of these cards. When you see this, right? This is the original EXs, right? And these are the XY one. Which does this look closest comparable to? You know? Everyone's buying into ST wanting a Lugia Altar, but watch Pokemon just drop a Rainbow Lugia chase. You know how freaking hilarious that would be? Favorite full art trainer card? Love collecting them. That's a pretty easy one for what my favorite full art trainer is. I'll show you right now. I will show you right now what my favorite one is. Let's go to Hidden Fate Shiny Vault. For those people that have been following me for a while, this card should not come at a surprise is my favorite. Would love to get this in a PSA 10 at some point. Curious to see what the value of that is. This is my favorite alt art, or this is my favorite full art trainer card. Huge Cynthia fan, huge Garchomp fan. So for me, just kind of on brand, having both in one card. Think it's awesome. Think it's such a gorgeous card. Prices on it thankfully have dropped. I mean, not like a crazy amount, but at least they've dropped somewhat. Would love to see what Pokédata says for the value of it in a PSA condition, but yeah, honestly, John Doe, you're right. Like, the whole appeal of the set is, oh my gosh, alt art's Lugia. Let's all go bananas. So if they were to throw a curveball and be like, psych, no alt art Lugia, which I highly, highly, highly doubt that, then people are gonna go bananas. People would go get so pissed. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Alright, let's click on the Cynthia and see what we can find here for value. Would love to find this. Nope, that is Scyther, not Cynthia. How does that work? Yes, that is a shiny Lucario. You've never noticed? Okay, so PSA 10 condition value on this card. Okay, so at its high it was 379. I mean, the low is still in like 84, but it's sitting at 110. I mean, that's a pretty solid price to buy this card at. What's the PSA 9 on it? $51. Which would you guys rather have? A brand new near mint $65 card, or would you much rather go buy a PSA 10? That is crazy to me, by the way. I know I've talked about this a decent amount on my channel about how there's disconnects between certain value on cards, but just look at this chart. The value of TCG player for this card costs more than PSA 9. If you want a binder card that you can get that is a guaranteed near mint 9 or better, you can go to buy it on eBay for cheaper. I mean, we can obviously see where they're getting their data from on this, but I gotta assume recent sales 60, 25, 55, 55, 55, 50. This is on bid. Bids are where you're gonna find your best value, obviously. But let's just take a look, right? PSA 9, Cynthia. Yeah. I'm just gonna buy the Charizard UPC. Seriously, dude. Yeah. I mean, you're really trying to pick this up on a bid. I feel like that would be your strategy from picking up the 9. 61, 51, 45. Jesus loves me, guys. That's crazy. That is crazy. 50, 55, 50. Yeah, man. I think that's nutty. I think that's nutty that this card is that cheap and a 9 compared to its raw. So I almost feel like it's kind of a scam. If you ask me, 108, 99, 115, 120, 109, 100. Like, why wouldn't you just go PSA 10 at that point? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's the appeal on that? The PSA 10 is so cheap. Honestly, it makes me want to kind of just watch on, it kind of makes me want to watch and just see if I can pick it up. Because I've always wanted this card in PSA 10, so why not, you know? Especially, too, the population report. I wonder if you can see it off of Pokémon Market Cap. Looks like Celebrations cards are starting to creep up. Would you say it's a good time to buy? Picking some up? No, definitely not. Not even close. We're about to find this with the data here, though. That's why we're here for PokemonPrice.com. Because I would... CGC 9.5. What are they valued at? 92. It's pretty risky there, John Boy. It wouldn't make sense. I mean, what's the upside of it? It's $92 is what it's saying for a recent sale of it. You go buy that and it's $110. I mean, you're losing money doing that. That's not true necessarily. Best case scenario, you make like $5. If you're including fees and shipping. But let's take a look at sets, because I assume they update this site, hopefully. Doesn't look like they haven't. It looks like they haven't updated it since Fusion Strike. Fascinating. But let's take a look at Celebrations, just because obviously we're looking at Celebrations. So we know Celebration's hollow. I would love to see the pop report on this. Actually, we can look at Hidden Fates too, at least. Because they're tracking the data on the population increases. But what, you said Blastoise, right? See, yeah, let's take a look at Blastoise hollow. Let's see what the pop increases been. Can we see that data too here, actually, in Pokedata? John Boy, 0 upside, just a video idea. So we're going to do a video idea on how to lose money immediately. Hope you guys are excited for my tips and tricks video of how to lose money on Pokemon. I would love to do a fun video, actually hilarious. Alright, Blastoise. Because we know what the value of it is right now, but I would love to see, like, what the volume is ungraded, you know? So we look at prices on 10, the price is obviously going to crash. Like, that's just inevitable. 805 all the way down to, what does it say, 120? Yeah, that's so overpriced. That should not be 120. The return value on this card is still so high. For this to be 120, that's incredible. That's honestly incredible. I mean, your upside value on this card, if you were to get it graded, is incredible. Think about this. Obviously, right now, it's $30 to grade. But your TCG marketplace value on this item is $6.19. If you were to go buy this card and mass grade it, you're going to get so much value based off the spread with the 10s. Man, this is actually such a good card to mass grade. That's incredible to me. Because obviously if it was $18 and last month, July, or 2 months ago now, I guess, if you had done the July special, you mass graded this item right now, you were spending $6 plus $8. Even if you hit a 9, you're making money off of it. John Boy, I hope you're looking at this, because we need to add some of this information for the profitability rates on grading. Celebrations is actually kind of cool. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, so to answer your question, is now a terrible time to buy this? Because I think this is overvalued. This is extremely overvalued. I think this should at least be... I think this should be, you know, maybe $100. I think 100 is more fair. 120 is just too much. Buying your well, let's find out and see what the value or the like trend cycle's been though for Celebrations Classic Collection cards. I need to master set Celebrations as well. Probably. John Boy, I was about to text you. I'm like, write that down, write that down. So let's see what the trend chart is showing. Are we still in a very downwards market? It's kind of sideways. It's been sideways for a while. I don't, if anything, you can make an argument that it's actually gone up. Yeah, I think this is your best pickup. I think, like, master set this like, graded. Like, I think this is your best time to start picking up Celebrations items. I could be wrong based off of just looking at the Blastoise, but let's take a look and see Charizard-wise. What's the price on this? Remember when I believe this card was going to go over $100? Or under $100? Back in the day, I told people not to panic. I said this is 100. I said it could probably go into the 80s. I was right, but boy, was I off. Like, I was right because I thought, yeah, this is totally going to go into the 80s. Like, everyone, no need to panic. It's not going to be in the hundreds for a while. This thing has some time to crash. Yeah, because back in October, when it was, like, leading up to the release, it was still in the hundreds, and that's so funny. I could have sworn I remember it being more. But, I mean, yeah, the price trend, I guess it's still, I don't know. I don't know if I would say it's still going down. Let's see what the 3-month looks like. It looks like it gained some value recently. Yeah, I still stand by my statement though on the Blastoise pickup. But here's my thing, guys. Honestly, I'm waiting for the perma price change for the July. And one of the things I think will be sick to start doing is mass grading PSA cards that do hit these values. And this is going to be something that we're going to add as part of the Patreon for those people that are interested. We obviously don't have it now. It was 120 release. Okay. I'll have to go back and watch my old video on what my actual price points were. Because I made a whole video about people not foaming in because I said the price was going to crash. So we'll have to see what my exact numbers were. But the Umbreon Gold Star. That's so cheap now too. I love it. I love how cheap it is. Yeah, this is a sick set to honestly pick up and collect for what it has in it. I think it's really cool. I think what honestly makes Celebration such a good set long term is it's not the fact of the matter that it's like, oh, it has these cards and then it has a stamp on it. Like, because we don't understand, like, everyone's not everyone's the biggest fan of the stamps. Like, and I'm speaking on behalf of myself as well. But I think my biggest thing is really just, it's an art set. Like, it is a set that captures 25 years of Pokemon, and it's extremely cheap for you to just throw it in a binder, and then you can go back and look at all the beautiful artworks and different changes in time that has happened with Pokemon. And I think that's what makes it really cool. And that's another piece of it. I wonder if we can sort by card number, because you obviously have yeah, I think honestly one of the things I wish they did was, you see how the Venusaur is a 15 out of 102, and you've got like Team Magma at 9 out of 95, and then Classic at 4 over 102, and then this is obviously 17 to 17. Interesting. What would actually here? Let's look up full set list Celebrations. What actually is the full set list of Celebrations? When you go to Poke Collector, what's it showing it? Okay, so okay, yeah, no, I love this. I love this. I think this is cool. Because if you look and see how they, like, sorted it, they sorted it based off of when it was released. And so it makes it really cool because you can go through and flip through your binder and see, like, the history of what Pokemon was. And I love that. I think that's cool. Pika, I was wondering where you were, man. I was literally saying earlier, because it's been kind of a slower stream than usual. I was like, yo, we don't have a lot of our regulars. Pika ain't here, so we're just talking about all sorts of things. You know, right now we're going over Celebrations, just having a conversation about it. So how bleed affect the potential value of grading cards? So that's a good question. For a while there, PSA wasn't even grading a lot of Hollow Bleed cards because, you know, they considered it a tampered card, which, you know, it's obviously not. But I think that they've changed that, because I have seen some cards, specifically Diamond and Pearl era, that do have pretty big hollow bleeds where the holographic goes now all over the full card. And looks like gorgeous cards. So I think they've started to ease up on it. So in regards to, does it affect the grade? No, it doesn't at all. I've seen some gorgeous hollow bleed. I mean, you want to talk about some really cool cards that probably get premiums for a reason. Let's look at hollow bleed PSA 10 Diamond and Pearl cards. Let's see if they have any. So, do they have a cool... this is the 9, but maybe there's a 10. Can I find a 10 one that has a hollow bleed so I can prove to you? Because I've seen 10s with hollow bleeds. I swear. Because I've seen some really cool hollow bleed designs. Because you kind of see how on the card there's a hollow bleed on the rest of it. What's even cooler is if you can find a swirl on it. Okay, here's one. Oh, but that's a 9. Oh my gosh, where is the 10s? Typed in PSA 10 and it's not popping up. Maybe we can find it under sold items? I don't know. To my knowledge, it doesn't affect it, but I could be wrong. If it does, that's dumb. But from what I've seen, it shouldn't. Hey, what's up, CJCH? Good to see you too, man. Hopefully all is well with you. Someone messed up. A TCG player listed a Japanese 25th Mew, same price as in English, $36 ship when Japanese. Did you see the opening of Christmas holiday advent calendar? I did see that they listed it. That's super cool. I'm definitely gonna pick some up. I'm really excited for that. Celebration Charizard is definitely a hollow bleed. Really? That's interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Potentially. Here, let's see. Celebrations Charizard hollow bleed. I spelled celebration so poorly. Not that poorly. Just put a T in there. Let's see. Let's see what the hollow bleed looks like. Man, I can't find a place to buy Charizards for retail. For the life of me, local store had 3 for pre-order at $240 each. Dang, that's tough, my guy. I'm sorry. Yeah, like I said, it's hard, man. Where's the hollow bleed on this? This is not a hollow bleed. What? We've been bamboozled. I don't think that's... Okay, so the 10 has a hollow bleed. Here's one, man. Here's a final example of a PSA 10 that can get a hollow bleed. If we can see exactly what the hollow bleed looks like. I'm not really seeing a strong hollow bleed. But maybe there's like just small hollow bleed? If so, it's very faint. It's a very faint hollow bleed. But I don't know. But yeah, be patient, CJ. Don't worry. Pre-order. I know everyone wants to get over pre-order, but you'll probably be able to find one when the release drops of it. So +2, man, you're going to get a lot of opportunity when it's officially released to pick it up at better prices. So I'd be just patient, you know. Pulled a Sylveon Altart out of one of my Pokemon mystery packs. Jason, shout out to Jason. Yo, I'm just saying, our mystery packs for the Evolving Skies have been crazy good luck. Like, we have pulled so many Altarts from Evolving Skies specifically, but that's awesome, dude. Hi, how are you liking the move to Arizona? Thanks, Andre, for the question. It's great. I love it. Area's awesome. Really close by to a lot of things. You know, because we're 5 minutes away from Gilbert, downtown, and so we're close to Chandler. We're close to, you know, Mesa area. We're close to Scottsdale. So there's a lot here, a lot to love, and I really love the area personally. So I'm excited to have moved here. I opened a lot of celebrations. A significant amount are hollow bleed. Ooh. Interesting. I've opened not a significant amount of celebrations now that I think about it. I've only opened a couple Elite Trainer boxes worth. I don't know. I didn't have as much fun opening it, you know? Weak bleed. It's a dry heat. Hope you enjoy your new place. It is not a dry heat so far, good sir. That's what we were told. We were lied to. There was extreme monsoon season this time around. And I remember when we first got here, like, the heat wasn't too bad the day we arrived because it was pretty late when we were kind of going around. I remember we went out to eat, and then we exited the restaurant, and it was just dumping rain. And then when it stopped, it just was humid, like so humid. I was like, what the heck? And I talked to a lot of the locals. It's so rare. We've never seen it rain this much before, ever. So, you know, it's definitely interesting to come when it is so humid. Because it's one thing, right? It's one thing if it's like, oh yeah, I got up to 110 the other day. Like, that's, you know, that's hot, but, you know, it's a dry heat. It's more bearable. But once you start talking about, oh, it's 110 and it also has 92% humidity, then you're like, this is rough. So, but first mystery pack stream, best stream of all time. You know, Dustin, I think I gotta agree with you on that one. The alt art rates were incredible. We're averaging 1 per booster box. You're close to New Mexico too. Watched BS or BCS or BB yet? I don't know what BCS or BB is yet. I don't watch a lot of stuff. New Mexico because Albuquerque. I mean, I am close to New Mexico, obviously, because I'm in Arizona. You must have brought the rain when you moved? Seriously, dude. Definitely feels like it. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Was your choice to move there something related? Love your videos and take the time you spend talking to all of us. Hey, I appreciate that. Volleyball. Volleyball was the reason. I had a buddy that basically back in my hometown, Bend, he has a second home in Scottsdale, and told me, I had talked to him because, you know, I wanted to move somewhere for volleyball. I had originally looked at California. I looked at Florida. And we also went and visited Arizona, and we kind of fell in love with the area. I mean, Florida was great. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love Florida. But one of the things that I was kind of on the fence about was we were looking mainly in the Orlando area. And Orlando doesn't have a ton of high-end volleyball. It's Fort Lauderdale. And, you know, I can totally see myself living in Fort Lauderdale. Like, at some point, I would love to go check out the area. I know my parents are in Florida right now. They live in kind of the Orlando area. So, yeah, I would love to check it out and see the scene. I know there's some high-level ball out there, but, you know, I kind of moved down here for the high-level ball. Which I've been, you know, I was able to meet some of the guys today, you know, decent level ball, because I just love volleyball, and I'm, you know, I'm 23, and for me, I want to kind of just play volleyball as much as I can before I can't play at a competitive level, so I want to see how far I can go with it. But that's why I decided Arizona, mainly because of that. Have you seen the prices for the Arcana Secret Rare? Serena Full Art Sin at 300, like Lost Abyss Giratina? Jesus loves me. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I can't say I'm surprised, though. I mean, the set obviously hasn't come out yet, so you're looking at pre-sale prices, but it's still crazy. Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul? Oh, interesting. No, I have never seen any of those shows. I keep getting actually seen it. Sedona's a beautiful area. You'll have to visit if you haven't. I have. Sedona was actually the first place I visited when I first went to Arizona when I was a kid. Gorgeous, gorgeous area. Sedona is so pretty. Hi, Za. What's up, Adams? How we doing? By the way, what are your thoughts on promo PSA cards as a long-term investment? You know, I would say it depends on what you're referencing. Are you talking about older promo cards? Or are you talking about modern? Because older promo cards, depends on the opportunity. I think my problem with the newer promo cards as an investment is the pop reports on them are going to be in the thousands, depending upon which one. The only time you can really get me on board for a promo card is if you're talking about BGS. Because with BGS, you can get black labels, and black labels will help you in the long run. That's my thing. I've always talked about it. Hey man, if you want to get into promo grading, and I have a video I actually want to do on that. I want to do a video on promo grading where I go to BGS and I send in a ton of cards for value and see, hey, what are the odds of you getting a black label? That's a fun black label video I want to do. It's going to be an expensive one, but it's going to be a, it's going to be a fun one to do research on, profitability of mass grading. I think that'd be a really cool video to do. Amazing opportunity, happy for it. I appreciate that. Thank you. I messaged someone on a Facebook group trying to. Man's been hooking me up recently with games. So, and I, for those of you that have been following me, I've talked about it. I've been dealing with a groin injury for a while. So, it's my second day out in the past, 2.5 months. I'm sore, having not exercised in forever, and I picked up some weight too, so that doesn't make it any easier. But Twice Big Jake has been watching your vids. He just posted the perfect product, his Arceus V box. It's so funny you say that, John, because the amount of times I've posted videos and then Twice Big Jake makes a video shortly after where he talks about something that I just mentioned. Like a perfect example was Crazy, where I had an interview with Jake from Pokenomics, and Jake showed me a lenticular card for the first time because I had never seen the Deoxys lenticular. Gorgeous, really cool card, right? And shout out to Jake for teaching me about a little bit of the history of that card. And I was looking at it and thinking to myself, wow, this is a really cool card that could be picked up. And then straight up, Jake posted a video not that long ago, or shortly after the live stream, talking about his top unknown Japanese cards for pickup. And he's like, the lenticular Deoxys. And I'm like, bro, what the frick? What is going on here? So it seems to be a funny theme, right? Was talking modern, but now that I think about it, there's a PSA 10 old school Mew promo for $50-$60 I'm looking at. Do you want to send me what the promo of it is? I mean, we can take a look and see under Pokedata. Where's Pokedata? Let's take a look. Let's look at Mew. Just got Mew. Tons of Mew will probably pop up, but we'll find the promo. So, Black Star promo, you said old school Mew. There's an old school one. Are you referencing the Mew 8 from the WotC promo, or which one are you referencing? I'm stocking up on Japanese cards to send to PSA when their cheaper tier opens up. What's your kind of price point you're looking for, Moneywell? Because the $18 I think was a good deal. I know some people are like, $18, that's too expensive, I want $10 again. And I'm like, come on man, inflation's a thing. You have to expect that there's going to be some price adjustment. I think best case scenario, if 18 becomes $10, and then when they do specials, it's going to be $15. I think those are going to be the new special prices. That just makes the most sense. I think there's such a low possibility it goes under $10 ever again. One thing I will say though, guys, sadly, we're going to have to start wrapping up in the next 5 minutes. I do have, so I know I usually go to 2:30, but I have a meeting that's going to have to cut me short, sadly. But third on the top. Are you talking about this one? What are you referencing? I guess one topic to talk about is recognizing when to sell, not financial advice. When is the best time to sell your Pokemon product? I mean, that could be a great video. I mean, 100%. And I think that could potentially tie into Friday's video, Pika. I like that. That's a good one. Not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I mean, I could, you know what I think I could do, just because I want to break it up, is Friday's video is going to be talking about the best time to buy, and then Monday's video is going to be when the best time to sell is. Okay, so let's take a look and see what the value is of this card. I know this was a pretty popular promo. I myself have this promo. Or at least I had it. Yeah, you're right, 50 bucks. 50 bucks. Pretty dang cheap. What's the pop report on this? Oh yeah, we also didn't get to look at the pop increase for the Blastoise. Celebrations came out in October 8th. Right? So, February, we had about 303. Right? And then shortly after that, nothing crazy. Right? 348. Then we almost doubled our pop in the month of March. Then it compounded another, 300 more after that. And about another 200 after that. And then we just added about another 200. So we're averaging about 200 to 300. So it's not very much like exponential yet, but it's still growing rapidly. So let's take a look and see what Mew population promo is looking like. Would love to see the pop on this. Oh, Eli, the heck? I only just got here. You're supposed to get me through my morning at work, 6:30 a.m. in Australia. Another one of these annoying international viewers. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm so sorry, my guy. You just got here. Gosh, I'm so sorry, man. I know. I wish I was going for another half an hour. Ben, are you Ben? Are you from Discord? Ben Lowry, or sorry, Benny Boy. Are you the one that got the gold and the silver, or is that a different Ben? Why is Mew just not popping up? Can I not just look up Mew? Does it want specifics? I realistically think $12 would be a tier before end of year. I think it's possible. I think 15 is more likely, but I think 12 is realistic as well. I just grabbed a few mint. Japanese Radiant Eevee, 750 each. That card looks great in all Radiant Silver. Yeah, I love the silver borders. I think it's so cool that they do that. Japan really has a beautiful eye for that kind of stuff. I wish English did that more, personally, but I think, sadly, ladies and gentlemen, no, sorry, mates, must be another fanboy. Well, the man absolutely got lucky as heck, bro. Man got so lucky buying the mystery packs. He got both a gold and a silver of our mystery packs, so shout out to him. But I'm gonna probably have to call it here, guys, sadly. Obviously, I've got a meeting at 2 o'clock, so I gotta end it short. But I want to thank everyone for stopping by. A little bit of a slower stream, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. As always, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and be subscribed to the YouTube channel. We post pre-recorded content each and every week, Monday, Wednesday.